Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwann and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of meeting with Ann Flynn with Technology Finance Partners. Welcome, Ann.
Thanks for having me.
So, can we do something about shortening your company name?
We've tried. You can call it TFP.
That's
Technology
awesome.
Finance Partners, TFP. That
Right.
worked for the rest of the interview.
Right. So, tell us what you do and why your customers happy.
We solve a problem that is pervasive for any technology company in the B2B market today. How do you sell technology to the financial and business decision maker? Technology vendors are really good at selling technology to people that speak their language, people that talk IT, data centers. It becomes more difficult when you have to sell to people that run lines of business, marketing, organizations, VPs of finance, even the CFO. We take technology and we put it in terms that resonate with the financial and business influencers and decision makers. So you can think of us as the ribbon that goes around the technology sale that makes it compelling to people that have to approve the budget, decide how to prioritize the transactions, and say yes.
So, what trends do you see in that particular industry at this point?
I think the need for financial sales execution is growing broader and it's more deep. The complexity in the sales models, pricing, licensing, delivery are becoming more complicated. That can be a challenge. It can also be an opportunity. When you're going in and you're selling to a financial decision maker, you've got to be able to talk to people in terms that they understand. You've got to have customer experience improvements. You've got to have sales effectiveness and efficiency improvements. And you've got to improve the economics of the underlying transaction. So you have to please the customer and you have to please the vendor. And I think the complexity that's being brought into the market today allows us to really come in and add incrementally even more value than in the traditional sales environments of the past.
So, when you talk to a vice president of a financial institutions, how do you justify your solution in dollars and cents?
Depends on the technology, depends on the buyer. We spend a lot of time working with the sales team, basically as an outsourced financial engineer. So we can do something from an arm's length perspective, we can build the tools, we can build the messaging, and then have the sales rep deliver it. When we're engaged with the customer, it tends to be a very deep dive, understanding their business, converting what the technology delivers, what the solution brings to the table, into metrics, language, messages, content that a financial decision maker can take a look at and say, you know what, they've done the heavy lifting for me, they have made it easier for me to buy, and that to us is a success.
And what's the time advantage?
There's a sales acceleration. When you're working in the enterprise sector, the transaction's still a long sales cycle to start with. What we can do is shorten the sales process by actually doing the work for the sales team. While we're doing that, the entire sales team's financial execution and acumen is improving over time. So for us, the financial sale is a process much more than just an individual event.
Can you talk about one customer where you keep going back to them and they want more and more?
A lot of the work that we do, we have a lot of greenfield work we do, helping customers penetrate net new customers, but we do a tremendous amount in the land and expand. So our customers tend to be leading enterprise software companies. We're seeing more and more demand in healthcare, energy, telecommunications. It's expanding. But where the vendor has gone in and sold the technology, had a successful implementation, that's when we really come in and spend the bulk of our time documenting what the technology has meant, what the improvements have been, and then extrapolating that into larger sales of net new products, et cetera, et cetera.
You seem to be very good in moving from complexity to simplicity. How do you do that?
I'm laughing. That's one of our taglines. We make the complex simple. It's interesting. We talk about sales training a lot. There's a limit to what you can train a sales force to do. What we do is we go in and we do the analytics, the analysis, we spend the time with the customer, we do the work that enables the sales rep to take the deal forward, as opposed to trying to teach the sales reps to be able to go in and actually do the the deep dive, the heavy Excel, the analytics, the taking the message and putting it into numbers, we make that very, very efficient for them.
Thank you, Ed.
Pleasure.